Okay, today we're going to talk about volume of cylinders. Yesterday we did prisms, particularly rectangular, triangular prisms, right? Can anyone remind us of what the formula for any volume figure would be? If we're finding volume for any figure, what formula do I always start with?
V equals capital B H.
Okay, what does that capital B stand for?
The
Base.
Area of the base. H stands for the height of the prism, cylinder, whatever figure it is, right? So if we're talking about a cylinder, what type of base does a cylinder have?
Circle.
A circle, right? So how would we find area of a circle?
LW.
We've already done a whole lesson on this.
Pi r squared.
Thank you, Gage. Ethan. Okay, pi r squared is area every time, right? So for a cylinder, if you want to just use this formula, pi r squared times the height, that's fine. All right, bless you. Before we take our test, I'll make sure and give you guys a sheet, or I'll put it on the board so you can write all those down and have them labeled.
Boy, that was like so perfect. How did you do that?
That was a 3D Pac-Man.
Okay, so let's look at a cylinder that has a radius of 2.2 centimeters and a height of 3 centimeters. Okay, just like yesterday, what's the first thing I'm going to ask you to write every single time? Okay, what formula am I using? Pi r squared times the height. Okay, on Alex, what number does it always ask you to use? 3.14. So 3.14 times what? 2.2 squared, because 2.2 is the radius, times what? 3. Can you type that whole thing into your calculator?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, go.
Do not have my calculator. No, I'm good.
Okay, and we're going to round to the nearest whole number.
46.
Okay, so you got what, like 45.6?
45.5 something.
Okay, so 45.5 would round up to 46 if it asked for the nearest whole number. How would you label it?
Centimeters squared.
What did we do yesterday on everything for volume? Cubed. When do you square it when it asks you to find what? Just area. Volume is cubed. Okay? Right? Somebody want to take this one? Ethan?
What'd you do? Okay. Write down the formula.
Which is what?
V equals B, like, I start with pi again.
Yep.
Pi times r squared times the height,
Okay. All right, what are we going to plug in for pi?
3.94.
What do I plug in for r?
2 squared.
Okay, and what do I plug in for the height?
19.
Good. Okay, notice the height is here on the bottom, but if it's not sat on the base, then we have to imagine that it's sitting up on that base. Okay? All right? Then all you're going to do is type that into your calculator. We're going to round to the nearest whole number. Everyone should be checking in your calculator to make sure we're getting the same answer. 3.14 times 2 squared times 19.
239.
Everybody agree? Okay, 239 what, Ethan?
Feet squared or cubed.
Feet cubed. Okay, easy enough. All right. What if they tell you that a company makes steel rods that are shaped like cylinders? Each rod has a radius of 2 centimeters and a height of 60 centimeters. It says if the company uses 54,259.2 centimeters cubed of steel, how many rods did they make? Okay, anybody think they can do it? Similar to the problem we had yesterday. Go for it, Addie.
You do the formula.
Okay. So pi r squared times the height. What do you plug in for pi?
3.74.
What are you going to plug in for your radius?
2.
So 2 squared and the height.
60.
Okay. Multiply that in your calculator and tell me what you get.
754.
This one doesn't want you to round yet. Okay. 53.6.
yes.
Okay. All right. Is that my answer?
No.
What do I need to do next, Addie?
5.
Divide what?
54,000.
Okay. By 753. Okay. Do that for me and tell me what you get. Don't round. Just tell me exactly what you get. Very good. Okay. All right. Last one. We good? Okay. All right. It says that a company makes candles in the shape of a cylinder. They have a radius of 4 inches and a height of 3 inches. How much wax will be needed to make 120 candles? Who wants to take this one? Somebody that hasn't gone? Charlie, are you raising your hand?
Sure.
Okay, go for it.
So first,
Always start with what?
your formula.
All right, what formula am I using?
E equals pi squared.
Okay. And then go ahead and substitute. Tell me what you're going to substitute in. What do I substitute for pi?
3.14.
Okay. What do I substitute for r?
4 squared.
And for h?
3.
Very good. Okay. Go ahead and multiply. Don't round. Okay, good. All right, so what did we just find? The volume of what?
How much is in one candle?
How much is in one candle? And it asks how much wax would be used for 120 candles. So what should I do next?
Multiply.
Multiply by what?
120. Oh gosh, that was terrible. 120.
Okay, do that. Don't round. Just tell me exactly what you get. Okay. How would I label it? Inches what? Cubed. Okay. Any questions? We feel okay with today's?
Yes.
The nice thing is you're using the same formula every time. Okay? So Do I need to write those 3 steps down that I gave you yesterday, or are you going to remember them?
We're gonna remember that.
What are the 3 steps?